Senate Bill 96, as originally written, would require implicit bias training for judges and, among other measures, would require police departments to be transparent about the race, ethnicity, and gender of people involved in police stops, citations, and arrests.
We talk about implicit bias training and racial sensitivity training, cultural sensitivity training, all of those things, but there's no way to see whether or not those things are really being effective if we do not have the demographic of race collected at stops when people are stopped, detained, and arrested.
That part of SB 96 was amended this week. Lawmakers on the Senate Judiciary Committee divided over sending parts of the bill for further study.
I think this committee amendment does not respect the LEAC Commission, the members, the governor who created the commission, and I can't vote for it.
I think we've weakened the bill. I think it was a stronger bill to begin with.
We have looked at it, we have listened to everyone, and all we're saying is, look, there's some areas that need some additional work.
The governor echoing some of that when asked about the change at his weekly press briefing. Part of the bill would also add an option of including race and ethnicity on licenses. He says there are still unknowns.
I think there's some very good intent, but we want to make sure that that it's done the right way.
But members of LEAC, like Joseph Lascaz of the ACLU, say they did the work to answer those questions last year.
The commission last year was to study this. We heard the testimony. We went through this all summer and came to this recommendation. There's no need to further study whether or not people are being targeted in New Hampshire. That's an issue that needs to be acted on. What this data would have done is it would have provided evidence either way of whether or not this targeted discrimination was happening.
It's something that we're going to keep fighting for.
The bill is expected to head to the Senate floor next week. Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News.